Okay, drill is 3 reload 3 on a 8-inch plate at 6 yards. So here we have 4-inch dot at 3 yards, and par time is 250. So that interval is this. And the idea is we have a draw, let's see, draw 1, 2, 3, reload 1, 2, 3. Except that this is slide lock. So we will be drawing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like so. So let's put the par down here and look at the draw, which we're thinking is going to be 90.090. So that interval is about like this. So in order to keep the splits on the plate, probably want to index quarter up from the bottom would be safe. You're not going to probably be pushing anything off, so you want plenty of real estate up there for the split to stay on the plate. So let's go ahead and look at that draw. Okay, that's pretty consistent. And you can see that there's plenty of time to refine the sight picture on the plate and make sure that you're indexed in an appropriate place for the splits to happen. It's definitely not mechanics only. I'm not shooting from the hip. I'm not breaking the shot early. I've got the gun up in front of the plate in a good sight picture. All right. So then let's bring the splits in, and go ahead and do it up to the reload. Pretty good. A little double action there. More. Okay, now let's put the par back to 2.5. Think about that. Yeah. Okay, so on the reload, and I'm not going to bother dropping a mag. I don't need to do that. We don't want the gun to come too far off the target because you're pressed all the way out. So the reload consists of 2 strokes. There's back and then forward. So we're coming off the call and then assembling out to the call. So on the rearward stroke, you basically have, how can I say this? The amount of time it takes you to get your weak hand from the gun to the mag and then back to the briquette to do whatever you want with the gun. So going on that theory, you could bring the gun clear down here, but then the problem is that after you've accomplished the insertion, you then have to not only push the gun further back out to the target, which takes more time, but you can't see the sights at all proximal to the target. So in other words, you're pulling the gun clear down here and then having to kind of reacquire a sight picture. And even if your index is good, that's gonna that's going to take more time. So I'm not real comfortable reloading up super high like this, and I want to bring my vision back. So I've got like a sight picture back here on my mag well. So I'm going to kind of, split the difference about like that and not try to go super fast. So what else is there to say? I guess that's probably the broad strokes of it. And that's comfortably inside the par. And as far as like yamming on the trigger, the whole event is taking place in definitely inside half the diameter of the plate. So obviously with a live gun, your splits are going to open that up some. But you want to be sure that you're indexing, pretty close to vertical and at about the delta you want to be at. You don't want to be indexing, like way over towards 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock, because you're going to be shooting over the top of the plate by the time you get the split in there. So let's try that again. Now I could slow down the rate a little bit. And that was right about on it. Kind of a sloppy reload. But nevertheless, it's like the second. So then the other aspect of this is the slide lock, which this doesn't really add any time. Basically, you're just coming up and you're going 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 3 like that. So try that on the par. So that's about the same thing. I'm yamming the gun around a little bit. Like I would say my draw index is right where it's supposed to be, and my reload index is a little bit up and right, which is, a little bit precarious, maybe on the first split, but the thing is that, with experience and time, if you're in target focus and you're focusing on the entire scoring surface, so in this case, the entire circle, if your mechanics are solid and your intellectual index is down here, when the sights return from the split, they're going to return to your intended index point. So like even if you present the gun out up and right a little bit or whatever it is, anything but low and left, of course, up and right a little bit from the draw index, it goes bang, and then the sights flip off the plate, or maybe they flip over the shoulder of the plate, but then when they come back, they come back to where your intellect is really focused on the disc or on the plate. So anyway, I guess that's a quick dry breakdown of the drill on a 250 par.